NBA has started again, and I'm grateful for it. And through all the athleticism and super skills that every NBA star has, I started to think, how do NBA players make step-back jump shots look so easy? And through all my research, I've come up with 5 simple reasons why you're missing your step-back jump shots. And that's what this video is about. I'm going to prove to you that if you add these 5 simple tips to your step-back jump shot, you will make more step-back jump shots. And the way I'm going to prove it to you is by doing 5 regular step-backs like I do them right now. And then later in the video, after I tell you the 5 tips, I'm going to incorporate those 5 tips into my step-back jump shot and see how many more I make. So let's go. So I made 2 out of 5. Let's see how many I make when I do include the tips that are coming up next. Tip number 1, look up at the rim earlier. If you're staring at your feet or your defender the whole time, when you finally do the step back move, you'll only have a split second to look at the rim, find out where it is, and take a shot. But if you're looking at the rim way earlier, you have already a clue where the rim is, and then when you take the step back, you have a better chance of taking a good shot and a better chance of making your shot. Looking up at the rim earlier helps your chances of your step back, but it can also fake out your defender. When you look up at the rim, he might think you're taking a shot, so he'll move closer, and then when he does, you can just blow by him. Tip number 2, don't rush. Make sure you take a proper shot. If you're looking up at the rim earlier and you take a good step back, you should be able to take a good shot form shot. You shouldn't have to rush it. If you are rushing it and putting up a weird shot form shot that's going wild, then you should change that right away, because that's a really bad habit to have. If you want to look at someone in the NBA who's doing really good and not rushing their jump shots on their step backs, honestly look at any good NBA shooter, but in specific, you can look at Luka Doncic. He takes his step back and he doesn't rush his shot, and he makes so many of them. Have you ever seen him get blocked? Like, he doesn't rush it, but he doesn't get blocked. It's because he doesn't need to. If you take a good step back, you shouldn't have to rush. Tip number 3, landing loaded. Landing loaded or landing ready is a key component to the step back jump shot. If you're not landing loaded or not landing ready and you do the step back, this isn't a free throw. There's someone standing right in front of you. And if you're not ready to shoot, then they're most likely going to block you when you finally go up for it. So you want to make sure when you're doing the step back, right after the step back, you land loaded, you're ready, you're focused, and not at a snail's pace, but not rushing it, you take a good shot. Tip number 4, make sure you practice the dribble move ahead of time. Now, we've talked about the step back motion itself and the jump shot and everything, but we haven't talked about the run up to it. Before the step back even happens, you want to make sure you do a good dribble move to get your defender on his heels. That way, when you do the step back, it's a lot harder for him to recover. And whether that move is a simple dribble and step back for you, or a full size up and step back, which we covered in our last video, but if it's a full size up and step back for you, it doesn't matter which one it is. You want to make sure you're practicing it so that when it comes to a game, it's a lot easier and a lot better to do. This way, you don't dribble it off your foot, because that's embarrassing. Tip number 5, make sure you're within comfortable range. Now, what I'm saying is don't take a bad shot. If you're rushing it or pushing it, well, I just said, that's a bad shot. Make sure you're practicing ahead of time and making sure you know what your range is. Because if you're in a game and you want to take a step back 3, but you can barely take a step back free throw, well then make sure you practice the step back free throw first, master that, and then move on to the step back 3. You don't want to jump ahead, because we're not born NBA players. Don't expect to do what they do in one day. This doesn't mean don't have any fun. Like, if you're against a friend in a game that doesn't matter and you want to take a step back half-court shot, go right ahead. No one's stopping you. You can have as much fun as you want. Just make sure you don't make that a habit when it comes to a real game that matters. These are my 5 step back jump shots, including the 5 tips. Let's see how many I make. regular step back before I used the tips got me 2 out of 5. After I included the tips in my step back, I made 4 out of 5. That's a 40% increase. Now these tips won't make you Steph Curry overnight, but in the long run, if you keep adding them to your step back jump shots, you will get better. And that's gonna do it for today's video, everyone. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe with the bell on for more videos just like this one, because they're gonna be coming out soon. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna sit you guys down here, and we're gonna finish this video off with a step back. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you guys next time.